Hello everyone, this is Dan Gramza and welcome to Gramza Market Studies for Monday, June 11th. Greetings from Dallas. Let's start with this Nasdaq market, and we said on Thursday that we did have selling coming into the market. It was based on concerns for Greece about them getting things done, and the market did continue to sell off through Asia. But by the time we got through Europe and the U.S. session, buyers came right back to this market. The bias here is for a push to the upside. Monday could be a rest day, but Tuesday and Wednesday set the tone for the rest of the week. If we look at the currencies, we have a similar situation. The euro also backed off. You can see that selling continued as it pushed this market to new lows, and then it popped it right back up. Again, we're now inside of a benchmark candle. The bias is for a push to the upside in these currencies, so that means a weaker dollar. Interest rate markets, well, we can see here in the bonds that this market gave us a rally because of that uncertainty. That selling continued, because it came from the stock market, went to the interest rate markets, it rallied up, traded through this buy level. The difference between the sell level and the buy level in U.S. Treasuries and the 30-year bond was 20 ticks. That's the value of that. And again, these are just my references. I'm not suggesting this is what you should do or this is the kind of return you would get. 20 ticks in that market, full ticks, is 20 times $31.25 or $625 is the dollar value for that move. What are we looking for? We're looking for a down move, not a big move today for Monday, but Tuesday, Wednesday, we're looking for interest rates to get weaker. In the precious metals markets, very bouncy inside a benchmark candle. We're looking for an up day today in gold and silver. We're looking for a rest day in copper. In the energy market, sideways move is what we're looking for today in crude oil. And in the grain markets, we're looking for them to continue their journey to the upside. We're looking for buyers to come in here in corn. It is slowing down, but I think the upper pressure still could be there for these markets. For soybeans, we see a rest day for Friday, a very balanced type day, which is usually a transition to the downside kind of day. But here, I still think we get a push back to the upside. Now, also, let's take a look at what's happened with the VIX. And this is an index at the SIBO. Here we see on the S&P, this is the weekly chart, an equal and opposite. We're seeing the same thing here in the VIX. Now, I said a few weeks ago I thought it'd get weaker back down towards 15. This is the same setup. And if this doesn't, then it gives us some additional clues that you and I can explore. But right now, we're looking for weakness in the VIX. Well, that concludes today's market studies. Thank you for joining me. Look forward to being with you again. And in the meantime, take care.